them go. They're off and racing in the first here. And coming back into view, Delarka Rose showing some pace in the early stages with hunting up on the inside China Lass. China Lass lead settling down from Delarka Rose. Stage Fright is up prominent, followed by Monterey Maid. They're followed by further back over on the outside. There came Heart and Copy as they settle down into stride. Back along the inside came Little Special, Wizardress between runners. They're followed by back worse than midfield. Over on the outside was Fluffy Duck. Over on its inside then came Gentle Slipper. They're followed by back behind them in last placing. Then came Angel's Echo. They're about to swing the home turn. And the leader is China Lass by a length. Out after it, Monterey Maid on the outside. Then Little Special, who's gone wide. And behind them then came Fluffy Duck, and wider out on the track coming home with a good run was Stage Fright. In the straight, many chances. Monterey Maid in the centre has gone to the lead. Stage Fright out after it. Little Special just in behind them coming down to the line. Stage Fright on the outside's doing the better. Stage Fright wins the first from Monterey Maid. Third is Tight. Over on the inside, Little Special or Gentle Slipper out wider. They're followed by further back in the field to pull up was Delarka Rose. Wizardress. They're followed by Angel's Echo. Further back in the field then came Heart and Copy. And it was one of the last in. One of the riders there has jumped off. China Lass pulled up short over the line. Stand by for the placings. Race number 1. Right. Set for a start, ready, lets them go. They're racing this time, and here they come into view. And the leader is Ben Barra Gold, settling down from follow on out wide. Getting up along the inside, Palark between runners, then was Roy's Prodigy. Dropping back to second last in it as they work along the side, there came 4 Avalon. And last of all is Little Day. Down the side they come with 600 metres to go, and the leader is Ben Barra Gold, a length in front of follow on the outside second. They're followed by Palark over on the inside of Roy's Prodigy. 3 or 4 away then in the field came 4 Avalon, who's second last, and 2 away last of all Little Day. 300 to go prior to turning for home. Harry Bacon moves, follow on up on the outside of Ben Barra Gold. They turn together. They're followed by Palark, and further back at the head of the rest was Roy's Prodigy. 150 to go in the straight. Ben Barra Gold again draws a neck, half a length in front. Trying hard, follow on coming again on the outside. Ben Barra Gold, follow on, they get to the line. Ben Barra Gold on the inside has just won from follow on. About 6 or 7 away third came Palark. In behind them then came 4 Avalon, Roy's Prodigy, and Little Day last of all. Good keen affair. We'll check the placings after this Adelaide event. And 4 correct ways. Ways is right on the second. Racing playing up a little right. Chester gets down again. Set, they're racing this time. He lets them go. A little bit slow to go there. Dropping back towards the rear was Melly Dusk, and winning the start clearly there is Mr. Termac. Lead settling down. Kiss Me Darling taking it on. They're followed by Decoit, who's third. Over on the outside then as they make their way up the hill is Bortkoi Glory. They're followed by Count Baraka getting up along the inside. Further back was Amber Ambler back midfield. They're followed by over on the outside came Melly Dusk. Further back was Acheron Bay, back towards the rear Irish Sensation. And last of all is Rye Chester. Down the side of the track they come. And Decoit a half-length leader over Bortkoi Glory second. About a length and a half back third, Mr. Termac. Then came Kiss Me Darling. Count Baraka over on the inside. They're followed by Amber Ambler. A length and a half back then in the field came Melly Dust. Second to last is Rye Chester. And now bringing up the rear is Irish Sensation. 400 to go prior to turning for home. Decoit a length in front. In second placing over on the inside now came Mr. Termac. There followed by wider out was Bortkoi Glory as they round the home turn. In the straight, 200 to go. Decoit in front. Count Baraka getting up along the inside. Joining it now on the outside is Mr. Termac. They're right across the track, and Kiss Me Darling down the extreme outside. On the inside, Count Baraka, Decoit in the centre. Mr. Termac coming up, and Mr. Termac does the best. Mr. Termac in the centre has beaten Kiss Me Darling on the outside. Now Decoit and Count Baraka in a photo for third. In behind them, Acheron Bay. Further back then came Amber Ambler. They're followed by Bortkoi Glory. In behind them then to pull up there would have been Amber Ambler. Further back then came Rye Chester, who was amongst the tail enders with Irish Sensation. Well, good keen affair in the straight. They were right across the track. 50 metres.
Just 500 tickets at $5 each in
trainer. All set, Alexandra. Ready to go for the fourth. He lets them go. They're racing this time. Scar Cuter a little slow to begin there. Likewise, Cruise Liner. Winning the start up there was Albitino coming across, and Crimson Image now burns them all off. Crimson Image leads Albitino as they climb the hill towards the 1,000-metre mark. In third placing is Munnings. There followed by Back along the inside came Latin Heights. Being passed on the outside there, wider out by Gone to Pieces. They're followed by further back in the field as they work their way along the top of the track. Would have been Cruise Liner back midfield, then Brent and John 3 lengths away, Scar Cuter, and back at the rear of the field now is Lady Flamenco. Along the side they come towards the 700-metre mark. The top weight, Crimson Image, bowling along by a length and a half in front of Albitino second. Munnings the outside of Latin Heights, 2 lengths away then the first starter Gone to Pieces. In behind them came Cruise Liner on the outside. They're followed by Brent and John, a gap back Scar Cuter, and along last is Lady Flamenco. Down with 300 metres to go, and this top weight skipped away. Crimson Image, it's 3 or 4 in front, rounding the home turn over Albitino second. They're followed by Munnings on the outside, and further back Latin Heights, Cruise Liner, and Gone to Pieces. In the straight, Crimson Image, the boy looked over his shoulder. He's still 3 lengths in front. Munnings is down the outside, followed by Albitino, but Crimson Image is clear near the line, and Crimson Image scores by 3 lengths. Munnings second. 3 away third was Albitino. In behind them to pull up Latin Heights, Cruise Liner, Gone to Pieces. Brent and John. Further back then came Scar Cuter and the long last Lady Flamenco. Wait the placings on race number 4 on the program. Top weight too good for them. Number 1, Crimson Image was fast away. Albitino won the start. He holds them. Ready again. Set to go. Racing this time, a fairly even dispatch too. Marcus to Creep. Berry Lad came away okay near the inside. Showing some pace as well as shortly after the start was New Orange. Settling down into stride and climbing the hill, and New Orange will take over narrowly in front of Berry Lad the rails. They're followed by Sounds Reasonable over on the outside. Further back then in the field as they work their way along the top of the track came Dominant Habit. They're followed by back midfield now was Sandman. About a length and a half back then Marcus Decree, and back at the rear of the field Plum's Comet. As they come down the side of the track, New Orange the leader. Over on the outside now in second placing is Ice Scotch, who's moved up stylishly. Wider out on the track came Rambell. Just in behind them as they're well bunched came Sounds Reasonable. They're followed by Berry Lad on the inside. Further back in the field then was Marcus Decree in a well-bunched field. They're followed by at the head of the rest as they work down the side was Sandman up along the rails. Further back Berry Lad, who's now dropped out to second last, and now dropping out to last of all Sounds Reasonable. The race on as they swing the home turn. Ice Scotch narrowly in front of New Orange on the inside. They're followed by wider out Rambell, and wider still Marcus Decree. They're right across the track again. New Orange, Ice Scotch wider out along with Rambell, and nearer the inside Sandman, 4 in line. Sandman over on the extreme outside, pushing through again New Orange. New Orange might have just won from Sandman, who pushed through. Rambell out wider, and wider still Marcus Decree in a great finish. In behind them came Ice Scotch there, followed by to pull up there Rambell. Further back in the field then would have been Plum's Comet, and Berry Lad back amongst the tail enders with Sounds Reasonable. See, we've seen some keen racing here today. This one's close there, right across the track here. A photo naturally enough called for. Amanda Lupton, the rider. Ready, he lets them go there, racing in the cup. A fairly even dispatch too, showing some pace. Balkan Prince out wide on the track, and the grey Larnook trying to come across with Mr. Star, settling down into stride. Mr. Star, Viva's Kingdom the inside. They're followed by Larnook, trapped a little wider. Mr. Rubble's up there in the forward division as well with Show Dignity as they work out of the straight. Sorting themselves out, and finally Viva's Kingdom takes over in front. Leads a length on in second placing Show Dignity. Larnook trapped a little wide, followed by Mr. Rubble as they go to the 1300. They're followed by Feel So Good back midfield. His inside is Sam Star. Followed by over on the outer came Gina's Choice. A gap of 3 lengths then came Sweet Chevelle. They're followed by over on the outside, starting to improve, was Only Bluffing, and it's back towards the rear of the field there with Balkan Prince. Along to the 1200 metre mark now they climb, and the one in the all-white Show Dignity has taken over in front, leads 2 lengths over Viva's Kingdom second. Further 2 back, third came the Grey Larnook. They're followed by Mr. Rubble, Feels So Good. Over on the outside is Only Bluffing. Sam Star just in behind them. They're followed by one whipping around them wider on the track, looks to be Gina's Choice as they bunch. They're followed by back second last now in the field. Sam Star's been pushed back to second last, and now last of all as they come down the side with Sweet Chevelle. Down the side they come in the cup, and the leader Show Dignity with 600 metres to go by 2 lengths. In second placing is Only Bluffing. They're followed by going around the outside now, Feels So Good. Further back in the field came Larnook. Balkan Prince now starting to improve from a long way back. They're followed by Sam Star at the head of the rest as they're about to swing the home turn. Mr. Rubble well back out of it, and Viva's Kingdom's dropped out to second last. Sweet Chevelle last of all. The cup field wheels the home turn, and Feels So Good's got to the lead. Gina's Choice is out after it, followed by Show Dignity, and they're followed by Balkan Prince wider out with Sam Star. In the straight, Feels So Good in front. Gina's Choice going for the inside. It's Feels So Good in front. Near the line coming at it, Sam Star, but Feels So Good wins the cup by a length to Sam Star. Third placing Gina's Choice. In behind them there to pull up would be the Grey Larnook. Balkan Prince out wider. In behind them Only Bluffing, followed by Show Dignity. Then came Sweet Chevelle. Mr. Rubble knocked up, and last of all in the cup was Viva's Kingdom. Wait the numbers on race number 6. The Stoneleigh Cup for 1991. Number straight in the frame. Third is number 8, Gina's Choice, ridden by Corey Mallion. Placings 2, 1 and 8. 2, 1 and 8 after the cup. Feels So Good. Race number 7. Set it, Alex. Ready to go, he lets them go. They're racing this time. Little slow to go there was Square Rigger winning the start. Jack's a cracker on the inside, lead settling down. Up on the outside, Crystal Garden goes to second. They're followed by out wider on the track came Cumberland Arms in the early stages. And charging up towards them as well as Argyle Square as they climb to the top of the hill. 1,100 metres to go. Crystal Garden, the leader on the inside, being taken on by Argyle Square, the outer. They're followed by Square Rigger, who's now moved around the outside to third. Then Cumberland Arms, Jack's a cracker. Further back in the field then came the top weight Astra Boy. He's back in a bunch back towards the rear of the field along with Raff and Fun back there. Also back in that last division would be Charter House as they work along the side of the track. Well bunched field coming down to the 800 metre mark, and the grey in front, Argyle Square, just in front now on the outside, Square Rigger joining it. They're followed by further back in third placing came Crystal Garden. Further afield on the outside then was Charter House with Cumberland Arms. Then Jack's a cracker followed by Astra Boy. Further back in second last placing came Raff and Fun. And now dropping out to the rear of the field was Alluring Beauty. Down the side they come with 400 metres to go. The leader Argyle Square narrowly in front. In second placing Square Rigger over on the outside. Coming into it now Jack's a cracker winding up around the outside. And there followed by at the top of the straight was Charter House. Into the straight they come. And the leader is shot away, Argyle Square. It's out 2 or 3 in front of Jack's a cracker. There followed by Cumberland Arms over on the inside. This one's clear, Argyle Square coming onto the line, and Argyle Square wins nicely. Argyle Square by 2 lengths, Jack's a cracker. Third went to Astra Boy out wide. Then in behind them to pull up there was Raff and Fun, who made some ground in the run home from Charter House. They're followed by Crystal Garden. Further afield was Cumberland Arms back amongst the tail enders. And last or second last to pull up would be Square Rigger, last of all Alluring Beauty. They have raced in Brisbane. Stand by for the numbers here. Number 9 Argyle Square will be the winner. Number going in the frame, number 9 Argyle Square, ridden by Gavin Brady, is first. Set, ready for the last here at Alexandra. He lets them go. They're racing this time. Winning the start, Woodsmoke on the inside will lead, but being taken on early by High Plush, and High Plush takes over. Going to the 1400 metre mark, High Plush in front. The other Plush Arrogance, moves around the outside to be second, followed by in third placing Woodsmoke the rails. One off the fence then as they climbed to the top of the hill was Princess Cossack. There followed by, at the head of the rest, came Banyule the Boy as they passed the 1200. Up in midfield, Account Rendered, followed by Man on Parade, the rails. And dropping back near the rear of the field was Hot Bray. Along the top they go at the 1,000-metre mark. And the leader is High Plush by about a half a length now over in second placing Princess Cossack. There followed by Plush Arrogance, the outside of Woodsmoke. Further back in the field then as they work along the side was Account Rendered. There followed by Man on Parade, Hot Bray, and dropping out to last of all now is Banyule Boy. Down the side they come with 700 metres to go in the last. High Plush about a neck in front now, on in second placing Princess Cossack. There followed by over on the outside Plush Arrogance. Further back in the field then came Woodsmoke. There followed by Man on Parade starting to improve around them. Further back in the field then was Hot Bray at the head of the rest. Then came Account Rendered. And last of all is Banyule Boy. They wheel the home turn at the 250-metre mark. And over on the outside, Man on Parade has moved up to grab the lead from High Plush. Wider out Plush Arrogance coming at them. It's a Man on Parade just in front. Plush Arrogance trying to go with it. They're followed by High Plush. Man on Parade in front though near the line. It's clear and Man on Parade takes out the last a length. Getting through the field, Hot Bray's been a good run for second. Third placing out wide maybe Plush Arrogance, or back nearer the inside Woodsmoke from also there High Blush. There followed by a gap back in the field, the rest headed by Account Rendered. Then Princess Cossack, and last in was Banyule Boy. Number one is the winner of the last here. Number one, Man on Parade. Number one, Man on Parade, the winner. And it's a photo for the minor end of the prize after race 8, the last here at Alexandra.